Welcome to Leaky Lounge. This is episode 23, everyone. Hey, hi, the whole crew's here. We got Skylar over there, we got Noah over here, we got Jesse right here, we got me right here. Yay, woo, go us. Everyone, team, assemble, fucking Avengers assemble. Let's go. I have a couple topics we're going to go through today, and then we can just kind of get lost in the sauce like we usually do. Sound about good enough?
Hey, buddy.
What's up?
Slow down.
I like
It's
sauce.
Okay. You don't
Sauce.
need to rush.
We're gonna rush through this. All right, we got important business to get
I
to.
thought you said you weren't drinking caffeine anymore.
I'm not either. It's a caffeine-free root beer right now.
Oh, so it's just the crack. Okay.
Yeah, at this point.
It's just the hardcore drugs just kicking in. All right.
Came off like an auditor. Just all right. Go.
And we're going 150, 150, 151. We're going to episode 23. Actually, let's start off with this. Skylar, what are you doing, bro? What are you?
Yeah, what is happening?
What project?
I'm working!
He's been working.
I'm trying to work in the dark because of the camera,
I'm
but
loving it.
this one works. This is fun.
Yeah, I'm
It's
about to
okay.
say it's okay. It's not too bright.
How's this? I know
It's
my
fine.
face is a little fucked up,
dude.
but
It's fine. It is okay.
how's the audio? Is this okay?
It's good
It
enough.
sounds fine.
Okay. I'm just gonna-
Just throw your chair.
I could just up your audio. It's okay. I could just. There you go. Speak. Oh Jesus Christ! I just turned the volume up and you done blown everything up. You killed Noah. He's gone again.
I
Damn it.
just took a drink and he almost made me choke.
Do you like that one?
That was pretty
That was
good.
good.
That was pretty solid. Oh, sweet Jesus. All right, we're going to turn that up just a little bit more. All right, there we go. So how's everyone been? Everyone been all right this past week? Everything going your guys' way?
I'm
Anything-
great now.
Fantastic.
Fantastic? No, shut up, no.
I think this is the first time that you've asked that question and you got an instant, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, last time I had to like pry it out of the depression and
Yeah, right?
deep cold just
Because
beat
my
me.
life is usually terrible.
Mine too, but I found a new coping mechanism.
Oh, sweet Jesus, he's gonna get
You're
right into
welcome.
it, isn't he?
Yeah,
ahead.
just straight Animal Crossing.
There it is. So that's your new
Since Thursday,
It's my
I have
depression.
been playing this game, and I don't even think I've turned it off. I just let the actual days go by.
and you just
So when I
like,
wake up in the morning, I just get right back on it.
oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. Oh,
It's not like I'm sitting here just like dead brain playing it. I just bring the Switch with me, do some work while I'm waiting, and then have the time go by while I'm doing chores. And then I just come back to it.
So you just leave it on just so it can do its thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to
I
leave
know-
it on.
I know I could turn it off, but I hate the announcement that he makes at the beginning.
You know what? Okay, I got it.
So every new day that goes by,
Yeah.
Tom
What?
takes, like, a minute and
Tom?
explains.
Mr. Nook?
Mr. Nook himself.
Mr. Nookie.
He does like this whole morning announcement thing, and I don't
I
like
love
it,
it.
so I just
I love
don't
it.
do it.
Do you not have Isabel yet?
I do.
Oh, okay, because usually she
She's
does
doing it now, but
it. Okay.
I have never played this game once ever, so so who's
I
no?
don't care. We're on a video game topic, so Noah's minute is taking over
Okay,
however many minutes I need.
that's fine. Noah's minutes taking over.
Should
Noah's
it
Minute
actually
is a
be
lie.
called Noah's Minute?
Today's been a very good day for me.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yesterday, I got a message from an anonymous person
Mhm.
saying there's an announcement coming out tomorrow.
And
I was like, hell yeah. And now the
I
Elden
know what
Ring
you're talking
DLC
about,
is
yeah.
coming out.
Let's see, I know what we're talking about.
Elden Ring.
I'm
DLC.
so excited.
Hasn't that
It's
game
been
out?
2 years
Okay, that's what I thought.
of radio silence about the DLC.
What happened?
Like, they never announced it. They said they were working on one.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't give a release date, never talked about it, wouldn't give updates, absolutely nothing. And now it comes out in June.
Oh shit! I mean, look, another good game for the sports fans out there. The NCAA,
The college
football's
football. I
coming
was
out.
going to bring that up too.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
I know the sports guy over there is just nonstop and texting me about it. Like he is excited to play the. Go ahead, name one sports. Go ahead, one college team. Go ahead, Skylar. Favorite one.
Michael Jordan!
Love it. The Michael Jordan Raging Bulls. No, I'm excited
Like
though.
I wasn't even a team from at least a different sport. It's just one guy.
Just one guy from two sports. He had baseball.
He
Don't
picked the
forget.
Tom Brady of the NFL.
Yeah, Michael
NBA.
Jordan did.
NBA, I'm sorry.
Michael Jordan did soccer and tennis, right?
That's it, dude.
He did all of the sports.
He did all of them actually. He even
I was
played
hoping
cricket.
for him to at least just say golf and be like, "Hey, something wrong."
He's like, it's fine. No. Oh, actually, yeah, he does do golf. So 3 sports.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
That's the one that I was thinking of, actually.
Damn, if you would have hit us with that, it's like, well, shit. All right.
I was thinking of basketball and golf, not baseball.
Yeah, it was basketball, baseball, and golf. There's your little fun fact for the day. But I'm looking forward to it, dude. It's been 11 freaking years since we've had one. I am beyond ready for a new one to come out. I just hope it comes out on Xbox One so I don't have to get a new one.
It's beef time. It's beef.
He looks like the Rake. Remember that? The creepypasta or whatever? Like, he looks just like that. The picture with his eyes that are glowing and everything. Jesse, picture it now. Yeah. That thing right there. But yeah, no other games coming out anyone's looking forward to? Anything?
Nothing that's like going to come out, but I have played Overcooked a few times. I played with Noah and it's really fun.
When did 2 come out? They're gonna have a 3rd one or anything like that? Or, I mean, it looks like a game that they can keep continuing. In all honesty,
I don't know if they're gonna make a 3rd one. Second one came out a while ago.
yeah, I was about to say, like, yeah, I felt like it's been a while since it came out last, but
It's not really a game you could add more mechanics to.
no, but
It's
different
just new
maps.
levels, yeah.
Yeah, different maps. They have DLCs.
You
or
must
no?
just there's DLC for it.
Oh, okay. So there you go. So at least you get a bunch of different maps and stuff. I'm waiting for a good zombies game eventually to come out. As soon as that happens, I'll be happy.
There was one, then it tanked the day after it came out.
Which one?
What was it? Days Gone or something like that.
I ain't never heard of it.
I don't know. It was supposed to be like a if The Last of Us was an open world survivor game.
Oh, I did hear about that. Oh, yeah, no.
And then it did so bad that they pulled it from the Steam store in a day.
Wow.
I'd like to see another Left 4 Dead game. That'd be kind of cool.
Dude, right?
Yeah, Back for Blood.
No, a Left 4 Dead game.
Back for Blood.
Is that
It's essentially a Left 4 Dead game.
I really enjoyed Left 4 Dead.
is that a multiplayer one or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
is it
really?
it's exactly like Left 4 Dead.
Oh shit, we actually might need to try that then.
That I would play with you
Okay,
guys.
hold on. Let me see if it's on sale.
Is it cross-plat too? That is also something I would like to know.
Look,
Yeah, because if so, then we might have.
I own it.
We might have us a leaky play around. But yeah, okay. So I have a question while Noah looks that up. The topic of today, or one of many, the conversation between trade schools and colleges. What is your guys' opinion on it? Like, what do you see it essential that you have to go to college? Is it something that you would push your children if you have them, even that the next generation towards a college, or do you see trades just essentially being the better option?
I think trades are just overall a better option in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Is there any reason? Care to elaborate?
Sorry, I'm trying to multitask and look for this game at the same time. I just feel like you're getting more out of a trade. It feels more of a closer experience than. I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
It's more hands-on.
I feel like you know what I mean. Yeah,
it's
more
more hands-on,
hands-on
right?
and stuff like that.
Okay, for sure. Jess,
That's just how I see it.
What do you think, Jess?
I don't think that college or trade is technically necessary. I feel like, you have your groups of people that go to college, some that go to trades, and then some people that just don't do school because school's not their thing. I don't think that it's a bad thing if people don't go to school. I think that trade schools are amazing. Just like we need those jobs because like they're never going to go away.
Yep.
They're very vital. And like I went to college, I have my bachelor's degree. I personally really enjoyed like the experience in college. I wasn't one to go party and everything. I was just there to get my degree. But like I just really like learning things.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. Like I've been doing it for basically my whole life. So like
so basically it just kind of depends on the person is what you're really saying.
Yeah. Like you do what you want to. Like there's a lot of people that force themselves to go to college and they hate their lives. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't need to do that.
No, for sure. Skylar, what do you got?
When I think of trades, I don't necessarily think of like trade school. I think of like going out as like an apprenticeship, which I know, okay, in a perfect world.
Yeah,
But
shit.
yeah, I'm mostly thinking of like hands-on experience. I mean, yeah, trade school technically is important and sometimes required, but I think, like Jess said, that I think there's some really valuable skills in there that really aren't going to be going away anytime soon that I can think of. It's kind of hard to replace.
Yeah, certain
that.
jobs you need people.
You know, I can see some things like being automated in the future, not, but some of those trades, no, it just won't happen.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm for that. I mean, I kind of see it the same way. Kind of like what Noah was saying too, where it's just like, I see it as more hands-on is more like this newer generation, especially where it's, you know, it's hard to grasp their attention. It's like nothing like a diss or anything like that, but it's like it keeps them engaged. It's learning a trade is fun. I mean, like I learned plumbing, like, and I learned the basics of plumbing, and I can still use it today. And it's one of those things where it's just like those kind of trades you can use in the real world outside of your job and actually be effective with it. Not to say college isn't like that. I mean, college is absolutely like that too. You majored in history, so it's like those history facts you can use in the real world because, well, more or less. I mean,
Because of like my schooling and everything, and it's like that technically isn't even like
what you went for. Right.
It's just like that's like my passion and what I like to learn about. But I mean, like, it gives you skills of organization. That is one thing I can definitely say that I got from going to college, because people drive me crazy when they're not organized about things.
Oh, I bet.
Like, but if you're going to college, you have to be, or it's going to be a terrible experience.
Well, yeah, then you hear those stories, you know, the horror stories for some of the students that are like they're getting cut from all classes because they don't show up. They're too busy out either partying, or they just don't understand or grasp the subject properly.
I will say in college, the teacher can make it fun. Like, not every class can do that. I understand. It depends on what they're teaching. But I took a psychology class, which I barely passed, but I still passed. And he literally sat there and had a day where it was like the psychology of like what freaks people out. And he brought in dried bugs for people to eat. I didn't eat it, but he was like, raise your hand if you want to try it. He had like 15 people raise their hand. He was like, wait, I actually don't have enough.
A cricket.
Usually people say no, so only some of you can get the bugs.
I mean, shit, we went to Boy Scouts. It's kind of different. We've had the
we've had
candy,
crickets.
Yeah.
We tried scorpions before.
Ants don't taste like anything, but they have chocolate covered ants and shit like that.
They did bring in spiders. I didn't do that.
Do you want a nice juicy spider leg? Yummy.
I mean, they probably crawl in your mouth anyway, so it's okay.
No, it's like the like the crispy tarantulas in a bag. I don't remember what they're called, but they brought those in. But the web stuff's still in it. Ew. So like you can still kind of taste the web.
What does web taste like?
Tastes like web. Like it's
I imagine marshmallow, but a lot less marshmallow.
It's like marshmallow,
like
but not
marshmallow, like marshmallow gum. That's
it tastes like shit, but a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like marshmallow, but it tastes absolutely nothing like marshmallows.
That was quote 2024 already.
You know, I was working with like another department trying to locate a meter a few weeks ago, and they got a bunch of new guys. You know how that happens in like departments and stuff, where like a whole department will be changed out because it's like been the same guys for like 30 years.
Yeah. Got a fresh
and then everyone's leaving at the same time. You know, they're all like, "Oh, well, if you're leaving, Bill, yeah, I'm out of here too. I got no reason to stay." Like, so that just happened with one of the departments, and it's filled with a bunch of younger guys. I mean, like my age, younger. You know,
Damn.
It's funny though because some of the older guys that ended up staying, right? They're up to me like, yo, man, these kids, they don't even know how to use a goddamn shovel, all these kids and stuff. And unfortunately, I look like I'm 40, so they think they're talking to, like...
them?
Yeah,
One of them.
exactly. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, man, these kids ain't got no work ethic, which I've come to realize
It's
that's...
I'm sorry, it's true.
But that's
He's
not
like,
the
hold
case,
on, I need to
though.
come over here for this one.
Oh, I'm actually done. But also, that's not even... I don't even think that's the main issue. Yeah, I think some people lack that drive. Sure, okay. But I think the bigger thing is, I feel like there's so much pressure for the college route where it's only focus on this, don't go out and get a job, focus on school, don't go out into the real world and learn how it actually works. I think there's a complete lack of that. Like they literally, like I watched them use the shovel and I wasn't even like trying to roast them or anything. I was like, whoa, do you guys need some help? Like,
damn, it's really like that.
You know, it's bad. It's not funny. It's like...
I mean, those are also the same people where my thing is always it comes back to the parents because everything your kid does usually comes.
But
back
it's
to
not
them.
only just the parent. I think it's just general society. Like but at the same time, the other parents of these people are like, get a load of Chris. He doesn't even know how to use a shovel.
Case in point.
And you're like, dude,
point.
come on. Like
Yeah,
he probably just hasn't had the chance, man.
Like if you're
I think Alexa told me the same thing when she like started working at her hospital. She didn't know how to use a mop, and like,
yeah, it's like you think it's so basic, but those people just never grew up like that.
It's it sounds so trivial, like, and not even like a home mop, but like a big industrial like mop, like a mop. Instead of like the little squeegee thing, the little. Oh, here's a pad.
Man's mop.
Yeah, I'll fucking mop. So
like the thing that's just under like the actual machine.
So I think people should spend a lot less time like roasting people like, wow, you don't know how to do that. And be like, oh wow, you didn't have the chance to learn this yet.
So basically, people need to stop being assholes.
Yeah, that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, well, that's the crux of every conversation.
True.
Is
if you're not
honestly, that's just reductionist to be like, well, yeah. I mean, the asshole people are assholes,
I feel like it all boils down to everything that happened after COVID. Or like even peak COVID, everything just went downhill from there, and no one came back up.
See, I disagree, just because being in the restaurant industry, where there are a lot of those younger kid kind of generation, teenagers, early 20s, it's like it was really starting to hit kind of about 2018-ish, 2017. I mean, given though it's just we're getting
I mean,
to
like
that
around
age,
that area.
yeah, for sure. But we're just getting to that age too, where it's kind of like how guys, men our age back, when they looked back at us, they said the same shit about us. I mean, we were the video game generation. Like, they're always on their fucking games, they're always on their phones and shit like that. We were part of that generation, so they saw us as, excuse the term, pussies, and then they just used that because it's like that's how they saw us, that's how they perceived us.
Those damn zillennials.
Gross.
I think it's funny how the people that are video game kids still get upset about the tablet babies.
Yeah. You just look at the tablet all the time, and I'm like, it's the same thing.
I hate that still. I know I went on a rant about it before, but I still hate that shit.
Yeah, but it's still true though. I mean, like, I don't want to be that fucking like boomer guy, but like, it's not even good how much we were exposed to video games. It's really not. It was not a good thing. I mean, and I'm, and I'm a gamer, and I recognize that it wasn't good. It's not.
It's
I
not.
mean,
No. I think. I mean, given we should. I mean, I'm gonna try to word this properly. If you're, again, this is how I see it. It kind of narrows down to the parents. If they kind of like restricted how long you'd play video games and stuff like that, and made you form a habit, it was okay. But for those who were just always on the shit, they didn't get any social skills. They're kind of why we're in this position where it's like, that was passed on too, because they never got social skills. Now they're having kids who are also going to kind of fall in the same kind of, that kind of.
Yeah, there's some people that really struggle socially, and that did not do them any favors.
Yeah, like I've noticed, like I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like the anxiety thing has been like peaking as of late. Like I know 2020, that was even before COVID and all that. It was like right up there with like the most. Everyone had like anxiety and all that stuff.
It's hard to compare stuff like that where like,
For
oh,
sure.
people are are more depressed nowadays. No, I think we're seeing it more.
Yeah, because
because
people never
social
talked about
media.
it before.
Well, and also just you can physically see it online and stuff.
Yeah.
now.
Which is
Like,
also true.
and that's everything. You see a lot more now than you were before. You know.
Yeah.
And now, is that to say that people are more depressed than they were 20 years ago? You know, before the real internet.
Right.
Or are we just more aware of it now? And you know, that goes with like everything. You know, like even serial killers was like a thing, right? Is like there's probably a lot there might be a lot more of that than we actually
Yeah,
previously there might have been a lot more killers than we thought. You know,
There are.
that probably that just got away with it. You know, not like the Zodiac. That's like, not like the Zodiac. That's just like, I did it. Here, right here. You're not gonna know who I am, but I exist. I'm out here.
Dude, that Zodiac story is still kind of crazy too. Like
Did
that
they
man.
finally found him?
They've never found him.
No,
They still haven't found
no.
him. No.
Oh no, it was the Golden State.
Like
I think
the
that's
Golden
the
State
one.
Killer they got.
Golden State Killer was
But dude, it's crazy, dude. It's like the Zodiac Killer because he was right before that technology, like that boom where everything would have actually like your DNA testing and all that. He hit it right before it, and he hit it so intelligently, which is like terrifying that someone could be that smart and that evil. And then it just shows, yeah, I can't outsmart the police.
Yeah,
it's like especially back then, dude. Oh, but then again,
just the messages they would send back. They would write to the police like, "Man, you guys are bitches.
You ain't gonna find.
You ain't gonna find me." And to actually get away with it is so great.
Oh, well, not great.
I'm about to say let's.
Well, you know what I mean, but like,
we're not sympathizing
like if you're watching,
here.
like, you ever watch the BuzzFeed crime thing?
Oh yeah, I used to watch them. Yeah,
it's like that. How they're like, that's pretty funny. Like you're ratting yourself out and they're still not finding you. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he was not careful, like at all.
No, it was literally all.
He was just kind of doing it.
The fumbling was kind of crazy.
Oh, it's just the time. I mean, like the same thing as like Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper was never caught either.
Which is also, it's like nowadays.
And again, he just straight up freaking shanked people and disemboweled them in the streets, like, and it was not caught.
No,
like,
no. I like how it's like, hey, how you doing? Good.
How did you even get caught in the old? How did you even get caught in the olden days without going? It's me.
If you did it in front of a cop, I think that's how you got caught, dude. That's just it. Back then, a lot of criminals were falsely incriminated because it was just, oh, I don't like this guy. Yeah, I saw him at this time of day in that location, and they just buy
Someone could have just said that they saw him, even though
that's all it took. That's all it took back then. I was just watching something
back then. It was legit Assassin's Creed logic. He ran far enough away where it's like couldn't have been him.
Yeah,
just forget about it. 10 minutes later, oh look, a dead body.
It couldn't have been Ricky Bobby.
Oh,
He was 12 houses over.
It couldn't have been
Dude
him.
ripped out found a couple posters on the floor. Can't use the ones that are on the floor. He ripped those down.
They're ripped in half now. The wanted signs don't work.
What? No. Bobby, you're standing over the body. Oh, the killer was wearing a red shirt. Oh, you're wearing a green shirt. Sorry, it couldn't have been you. Sorry.
Since
he was wearing a jacket. Well, yours is clearly around your waist.
Yeah. Those blood stains? Tomato juice. Oh, okay.
Since we're on like the serial killer, like murder type topic, like I do think it is very interesting to like learn about the psychology of it. I just don't like how people will sit there and glorify the killers.
Are you talking about the Jeffrey Dahmer thing?
I mean, not even just Jeffrey.
Well, no. Well, I'm saying that was the most recent one because of the whole.
The movie show.
The show. Yeah. The show it was or mockumentary.
I did watch
it.
There were times where I would tell Eric like, "This is," I don't know. It didn't need to
uncomfortable.
be so... Yes, Very, very uncomfortable.
The apartment scene with the black kid is so uncomfortable to watch.
And like,
I never watched the show, but they would like come up on my TikTok feed or something. I'm just like, how do people like this shit?
yeah, and it's just, I feel really bad for like the families and stuff because that's like their loved ones that have passed away.
I mean, they
Like,
gave the blessing. I mean,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
it went to everyone.
But
You
there's a
can't
lot
And
of
they're kind of like
cases to where they don't.
reenacting
Oh, for sure.
like
Yeah.
their murder. I don't know. I feel like that is one of those things that is on the grayest of lines. Like,
Right there.
is this right? Is this okay? Like, it's
There's a line
weird,
between
man.
informational and like
Yeah,
making it a drama.
It's informational, and I can fix him.
Well, I mean,
it's a damn blurry line. I know after the fact, a lot of
showbiz.
sickos were like fantasizing
Yeah.
Well,
like
yeah,
Dahmer
I mean,
after
it's
that. I'm
weird.
like, y'all are fucked in the head, man.
So I'm gonna give you guys the opposite spectrum.
God, I forgot Eric likes this dumb shit.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a serial killer fan. It's so fucked. I don't know what it is. It's one of those like I don't idolize them. I do not condone what they do. It is nothing like that. But I just the psychology, like you just
That's
said,
why I said the psychology. I can understand why it's interesting.
and it's one of those like it's so fucked up, and I think that's why I like it so much because it's just I'm a little fucking crazy because it's like it's like that Dahmer stuff. It was uncomfortable, but it told the story so right. Like I was so invested in it because of that. I'm like, damn, bro, that's wild that these cops really just fumbled the shit and the guy went back into the apartment. Yo, that's crazy.
I would understand that a bit more, but sometimes they really do not frame it well at all.
I
It
do.
is like
They like to
sometimes it is just in poor taste.
Yes, they like to make the serial killers out, especially in shows and movies. They make them way too sympathetic for no fucking reason. Like, and it's one of those like you should never glorify someone who has taken a life, nonetheless, tens of twenties of hundreds in some cases. But I don't know, man. I'd rather no films. Just put books out about them. I think that's better, and just make sure all the proceeds go to the victims' families. That way, it's like at least some good came out of it.
It was like
Or
dramatized. I was like
Watch the
dramatized. I
BuzzFeed
don't-
series.
I'm not watching no.
If it was more like a documentary, I'd be like, okay. But
Yeah.
they dramatized it and they kind of.
Mhm.
I mean,
it's
that's
just,
that's show business nowadays, though. I mean, they're just gonna put anything up there that people are
it
gonna watch.
doesn't make it. It doesn't.
It's
make
not
it good,
right.
though.
It's
No.
not. It's not.
And especially nowadays with a lot of like just multiple different topics, how Skylar was saying about they can have really blurry lines. There's a lot of grays now that people are stepping over the line and they're just like, no, it's fine. It's like, no, it's not.
People keep moving that fine.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
further
what
and
happened
further
with the
back.
Michael Jackson one. how-
the one where he wasn't blamed for the kid thing.
The Escaping Neverland.
Escaping Neverland.
Yeah, okay. I haven't
How
seen that one yet.
a
A
Actually.
lot of the people got in trouble because they got caught lying about it,
That's what
I
figured.
heard about
but it's
that, I
already
haven't
in
watched
the
it.
film.
Mhm. Maybe that's why I didn't watch it because that's just.
I will
hate
never
that shit.
watch it.
I hate that shit.
I will never watch
The
it.
man was accused and nothing came of it. Go fuck yourselves. Move on. He was-
Usually, if someone's dead and something comes out after them that's like alleged stuff that they can't defend, I'm not gonna watch that stuff.
Yes, it depends on the situation, but yeah, no, I'm with you. Don't deform, America's sweetheart Michael
I mean,
Jackson.
to an extent, like in Oppenheimer, I don't know if you saw that or not.
I haven't
Loved
yet.
that movie. It was so good.
It was really good. I'm not gonna like really spoil it, but there's a scene in there that's an alleged thing that he did, and they just threw it in the movie.
Oh.
The apple scene.
Oh, word, heard that.
Mm-hmm.
That
He
makes
allegedly
sense.
did
That
that. It
makes
was
sense.
never confirmed.
They're always gonna do that. Like if they made a George Washington movie, they're gonna say he chopped down the fucking tree, even though that was just a myth. I mean, they're just gonna
Yeah.
do it. They're just.
I didn't watch
gonna do
Napoleon
it.
yet. I kind of want to see that one.
I
did
heard
too.
it's really good. It just
With
has some
Joaquin?
awkward scenes.
I mean, look, he was a sex fiend.
Yeah.
That man's that.
He's
There's a
very
lot of
awkward.
sex.
He's an awkward sex boy. Good for him. Good for him. He is simp before simp was simp. He is Napoleon simp.
A throwback real quick. Back for Blood is in fact cross-plat.
Is it really? Oh, that's what's up. Actually,
Yeah.
we will do something with that then. Okay, cool. That's something we'll definitely.
A little update about something that we had covered almost from the beginning of the podcast, actually.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like I know what you're bringing up.
Ruby Frankie.
Yep.
Yeah,
She
her
was
sentencing
convicted,
came
right?
through.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That was like in the beginning. What was she sentenced to? Did they like give her a long?
They're giving her 4 to 30 years.
Shit, that
Wow.
she needs more than 4 years. She needs at least that 30. At least.
So-
Yeah, they're saying up to 30.
What
who
does
is
that
it?
mean that she actually serves?
8 passengers.
When we
the
talked
mom
about
that was
the child
abusing-
abuse when we first started the podcast.
Not this episode, like episode 1,
Yeah, it was-
22
God.
weeks ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
He's gonna catch up, but yeah, I heard about that
Um,
because Moist did a thing on it, and I'm like, oh shit, they finally convicted this bitch.
Yeah, so just to recap of what it was about, that Ruby Frankie, she was partnered with, I can't remember her name, but it was someone
Like an
a part
agent.
of Skylar. What was the organization called? Connections.
Okay.
They were a part of that, and basically they were malnourishing her 2 kids. They had
Oh, okay,
Yes.
yeah, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
they
now.
had the tape around their hands and feet. Like, these kids were just getting abused.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? Like, how much time realistically
Well,
should she
they
serve?
probably what's probably gonna happen is since she's not denied another trial or anything like that, they'll bring her every 2 years, let's say, in front of a jury and see if she's ready or competent to be let out. I'm assuming that's it, unless she's let out with good behavior.
Well, she was
which I think would be
officially-
bullshit.
She was charged officially.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 counts of felony child
Oh,
abuse, which 6
shit.
children. So
I mean, good. Yeah, I wonder when they're gonna get
Yeah.
like the whole.
I'm
But no,
wondering
it's
when
still
they're-
good. We'll probably wait another
Yeah.
year or two before they actually do anything. But she's not getting out in less than 5 years. There's no fucking way. Like, I don't care all the good.
Oh, dude, her defense was like freaking wild too. That was the craziest part, is that she was like, the world has poisoned my point of view and distorted my version of reality. So, and
It's
people
everyone
are
else's
like,
fault.
so that made you beat your kids and stuff? Like, what? It was so.
And that's just it. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing that shit in the world. I don't see
Dude,
anywhere.
so her defense was absolutely wild.
Yeah, she does not. There are just some people who don't deserve to be mothers, and that one lady right there is one of those people. Because what a low life piece of trash. Like, she deserves life, in my opinion, for what they did. I mean, those kids have to live with that now, for the rest of their life. They got to live with
Yeah.
that. And that's just low. That's just awful. It's shitty, but at least she's
Yep.
hopefully getting the 30 years, because she's what, in her 30s, I think. 40s.
She's 40,
40?
42.
Yeah, just staying there until about 72 would be kind of nice.
So you know what? The U.S. justice system working.
No, it did not. She should have
Oh,
been put
what?
She should have been put to death. What the fuck? This did not work. That should have been a life sentence for all 6 of those kids. I disagree with 30 years.
Put to death?
Yes, put her down. Put her down. You ruined these 6 kids' lives.
See, that's where I'm.
Oh.
That's where I'm gonna.
At least a life sentence. I mean, shit, man. What, you think?
Well, I don't disagree with the life sentence.
Okay,
I disagree with. The problem with the death penalty,
Oh, that's good.
right?
We're doing this one. Let's
Oh,
do
I was
it,
gonna say
baby.
we avoided this last time.
We're not avoiding shit.
We're
Let's
going
go.
off script.
The problem with the death penalty is, one, obviously it's permanent. You can't
Oh,
go
for
back.
sure,
It's
absolutely.
not like a sentencing where you can be like, oh, sorry, we imprisoned you for 20 years.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, which creates problems in and of itself, obviously. But the other one is, where is the line? That is, out of all of the lines to be drawn, that is the most important line. That is life.
that's it.
That is
That is the
that is the line. There is no other line. If there was one line that ever existed,
That's it.
that's the line, right? And where is that line drawn? Do you have to kill one person? Do you have to one person. I'm sorry, we might have to bleep that.
That's
one out,
fine. We can do that.
do you have to kill 30 people? How many people either have to be killed, stolen from? What is the line?
Are you Hammurabi coding it or what?
Am I put to death because I have taken 100 people's life savings and they all starve? I mean, like, what? Where is the line? And that essentially ruins their lives. It's almost akin to, well, somebody really. I mean, taking their entire life savings. I mean, I'm not saying that. Okay, one is probably more traumatizing than the other, but my point is that's still life ruining. Like, that is.
I think
there's so many life factors that you have to think of. Okay, if you one-on-one just straight up murder someone, like you clearly did it, it's different than, let's say you stole someone's package off their porch and it had a medicine they needed.
Oh, for sure.
Like, is it technically still the same thing? You didn't know it was in that box.
See,
so, like,
this, it really does come, it would literally come down to who's on the jury and who's the judge. Because it comes down to opinion at the end of the day. That's the really scary part.
That's what it's for.
Oh, for sure.
And that's what a jury is for, is to decide something like that. But the death penalty is quite literally, like, I mean,
it should be less.
You're playing God. I mean, you're playing God.
Oh, for sure. For sure. No, 100%. I mean, that's hands down. I'm not going to disagree.
You're saying this person is so bad and deserves to be punished so much that they are going to end their life. I mean, that's the brass tacks.
And that's just it. And the way that I see it, though, is there are those crimes, though, where it's like, I'm sorry, you should not be on the face of this earth. You are nothing but not a nuisance, but literally the most evil scum on the face of this earth. And I don't think you deserve to live, because then what? You get to live in a judicial system, in jail, for free, housed and everything. Like, I'm not a fan of that, because it's like, why does this person who committed such a heinous act basically get to just, okay, now you're just in these walls for life? Which you could make a life in there, because I've seen the jail system. People can adapt to that, and then they're, okay, it's fine. It's like nothing ever happened.
What if there is a more extreme Amber Heard situation, right? Is that he is convicted of murdering somebody, blah, 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 blah. And then it comes out, we put Johnny to death. Johnny to death.
Want to say like
death. We put Johnny to death. It comes out that Amber's the one that killed him. Crazy. I mean, like,
but that's just why death row, like, you can be on death row for 20, 30 years easily.
I understand that.
Case. And it's one of those, that's like you said, there is a jury for that reason. If the jury, they have to all come to the consensus of, hey, we all agree, right? There is, 12 people here, however many people on that jury. We all agree right now that this is why. Here's the evidence. Do we agree that we put this person down? And yes, I mean, unfortunately, people are flawed. I mean, it's
but then you're giving the hand of God to 12 people.
I'm not allowed to say his name. I'll get demonetized. If this person in World War II was still alive, who ran the German Nazis, all right?
Wasn't really subtle, but yeah.
Does he not deserve to be executed for what he did to those millions of Jews?
Well, I think
that's a very different situation.
I mean, yes and no. The point is, that's an extreme. Okay, there are serial killers who have hundreds
how many?
to their name.
Okay, how many?
Oh, dude, I mean, look, man.
I mean, you see,
it comes down to the situation. That's what I was saying earlier, where it comes down to the opinion of the jury and the judge in the end of the day. I'm for it personally, for the extremes. I am not saying just willy-nilly do it. I didn't really mean the whole death thing with her. I think life imprisonment, 100%. She should suffer the rest of her life. That's what I think.
I don't necessarily disagree with that.
Yeah,
she's pretty awful.
She's awful. Like, that right there is trash. You have ruined 6 people's lives. I mean, not even ruined, because they can definitely still adapt and go forward, which we hope they do. But you left such a blemish on these young people's life. And it's not even like, oh, mom didn't give me candy. No, mom didn't feed me because she said I was irresponsible.
I wonder if it's gonna come out that the father was also. God, I can't imagine that he didn't know, dude.
Man. Like, I'm in the same boat. I'm like, bro, you're the dad. You're telling me right here, right now.
I remember he was super like.
They're
You can speak to my.
now.
You can speak to my
they?
lawyer. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
they've been looking into it because again, it's
Yeah.
Aren't they with him right now? Isn't who they went to
Yeah,
custody?
I'm
I
not.
was pretty
so.
sure.
I'm not sure.
'Cause
I'm
I
not sure.
think that's true. Like, they went to custody with him. Because if that's true that he's getting investigated, those kids need to be with Auntie whoever the fuck. Like, not the guy who's just gonna.
No, I believe the aunt, her sister, is like another social media like person.
all of them are. All the siblings.
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh.
believe that her sister is, and she was like, "Oh my god, thank God, I've been trying to get blah blah blah."
Oh yeah, it's not like
not
the
just
sisters
one?
were. No. It's not that they were like in the same stuff that they were into. Like they
Right.
were actively like
Trying to
she
help
cut her
them?
off,
Oh,
or the rest of the
okay.
family off.
Okay.
Yeah, like they were trying to do things behind the scenes, and
Okay.
like she stopped talking to them, and they couldn't get in contact with the kids.
Ah, that's so shitty.
Yeah.
Dude, stay off social media. How about that? Stay on YouTube. Stay off social media. Like, dude, oh my god, bro, that is just crazy. Like, I can't even like get into the same mindset of I'm gonna do this. This is why she did it. I'm gonna do this for views. I'm gonna just what they vlogged, right? Isn't that kind of what they did?
It was a family blog.
It was okay. It's like, how are you gonna blog and like literally see your kid crying, malnourished, hurt, and all you see in your eyes are, oh, the views I'm gonna get here are gonna be nice.
The even crazier thing was like you would see them mention stuff even on camera.
Oh,
like,
the son, like
yeah,
how they
the
took in
son
his
being
room.
like,
Yeah.
he's like, oh yeah, let's like when you took away like
My bed.
my bed for 6 months, and she's like, yeah, I remember that. I don't think our viewers know that. I think that's verbatim. I think that's verbatim what she said.
And she posted it, and she's okay with it. Like, I don't understand.
I think there was a lot of scrutiny from the public eye for a while, but nobody was like doing anything. They were like, "Oh, wow, this looks a little sketch. Should we like get involved?" And people are like,
Yeah, it's like, that's just it. Like, there shouldn't be, should we get involved? That shouldn't be a question. There should be, yeah, we need to definitely start calling some people. Like, we need a CPS check like ASAP.
There was a video that I watched, and this guy was talking about how, a kid or a guy was taking his daughter out of a store. She's throwing a tantrum, and a guy stopped him and was asking like, "Hey, sweetie, like, are you okay? Whatever." And there's some people that get mad about that, but it's like, I go with the opinion like on this story of if someone sits there and they're concerned about my child to make sure that they're safe, and that some random person just isn't taking a kid, like,
Yeah.
It can be inconvenient, obviously, if you're with your own child.
You can be annoyed for sure, but I mean, in the end of the day,
I would feel good knowing that there's people in the world checking to make sure that the kids are fine.
yeah, no,
I ain't gonna lie, I would be annoyed.
I would be too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would be
Like, I
fucking
get it.
annoyed.
Like,
I'm like,
in
listen,
that moment, you're so pissed that you're taking your child out of the store and someone asks
Yeah, you're already
my
mad.
kid if they're okay. I'm gonna be livid.
I would be mad.
But,
I'd
like,
think about
I'm not
it
even gonna
later
front.
and be like, I understand why he asked.
Yeah, to know
But in
that
that
someone's
moment,
still
I
looking
hate
out
you.
for them.
motherfucker,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
In that moment, I now hate you more than I hate my kid right now.
Oh, and, the shitty thing too is like, I feel like people do that pretentious thing where they say it even loud enough to have everyone else in the store go.
Yeah.
That's
you
what would
okay?
that's what would aggravate me. Instead of like leaning down to the kid and being like, "Sweetie, are you okay?" They go, "Oh my god, sweetie, are you okay?" And I'm like, "You motherfucker!"
It's like,
I
bro.
would slap the shit out of you.
Okay.
Oh my god, that would piss me off.
Since
Oh,
we're on the
God.
topic of children,
Do you believe in abuse?
so no,
Should you malnourish your kids?
no.
How much food is
About
too
when
much?
people sit there and they go and touch a child that is not theirs.
Oh no, you get knocked
Ooh,
out.
ooh,
Oh
I
my
hate
God.
that.
You get knocked out
I
real
hate
quick.
that so much.
if I don't know who the fuck, like, it's one of those, like, if
You
it's a
should not touch my
stranger
child.
and you come up and touch their fucking cheek, like, you look so cute, I'm slapping the shit out of you open palm. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I'm front hand, backhand. Which one you want?
I don't even
First
get
play
why
the game.
people do that.
It's
I don't
so
even get
stupid.
it.
Like,
I
who the
I
fuck
really,
are you to put your dirty ass hands on my goddamn kid who's already gonna be fucking sick because it's a kid? Now you're gonna make it worse? Get the fuck out of here! I know what you
I'm
do
not.
with your hand.
I honestly, truth, I don't even know if I would be upset about it. I would be more like, why? What? This isn't even like. This isn't your nephew. This isn't your child. What? You find him cute? Who the fuck are you?
If you
What is this?
boop my kid in the nose, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I would be so confused.
I will deck you.
Yeah,
I just
'cause,
don't
like,
get it. I mean, I don't really
stupid.
have that like baby kid gene, or like the kid loving gene of like, oh my god, a baby,
Yes, yes.
like I baby fever, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I do not have that. I am like, okay,
it's
that's
not for you,
yeah,
man.
it's like okay.
you are indeed
Like,
child.
you can ask for a high five or a fist bump, but if you take his hand to high five yours, I'll kill you.
Yeah, like it
That's when the
definitely
death penalty comes back.
If my kid doesn't fuck with you, I definitely don't fuck with you.
like I believe it does take a village to raise children.
Takes
I
three
mean,
people.
that's literally how I was raised. It was basically they corralled all the children together, and all of my cousins and I we were raised together by whoever that was around.
You're assuming you were raised
But-
properly, though. Let's take that back.
True.
Real quick, all right.
But like, again, if you don't know the kid, don't touch the kid. If your kid's trying to, run out of the store and mom's trying to get her kid, like, yeah, I'll help her out. Like, oh, like, no, sweetie, go back to mommy. Like,
Fuck no.
but don't
Like,
just
good
go
luck.
like touching on my kid.
I ain't touching.
I'd let the kid run.
Yep. I
You
ain't
just let
touching-
the kid
I
run
am-
out the
I'm not
store.
touching a fucking person, kid.
No, I'm not saying pick
Bye.
him up, but just like, no,
No.
like mommy's right there. Go
You
to
know,
mommy.
you know whose business that's not? This guy.
I'd even
example.
I'd even egg it on. I'd be like, oh my god, did you see the quarter in the
Go,
middle of the
go,
road?
go.
Look, go get it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I have a
Oh,
great example of
yes.
this. When I worked at the supermarket, I remember I had like 5 minutes left of my shift. I was like bagging the last of this lady's groceries. And 2 lanes down, I see a kid inside a cart and in the seated position, but just like holding onto the handle and his feet are on the seat like a gremlin stance. And I have 2 options. I could be like, ma'am, your kid's gonna fall. Or I can watch it happen.
Well, let's just say I didn't waste my breath that day.
That motherfucker hit the ground so hard.
Oh my god, Noah.
Oh, I love that.
I
love that.
lost it. I was putting the last items in this lady's cart and I just...
Wait, was it the lady that you were bagging her groceries?
No.
Oh, okay.
So the lady I was buying for was like an older lady, probably in her 60s. And I'm looking at the cashier who's looking at me, and I'm looking over there. Like, you gotta watch. It's gonna happen. And the lady that I'm bagging for sees what I'm doing and turns around just as that kid went, wah! Out.
Slapped it.
Oh my god.
Oh my good god.
The mom did say, hey, sit down. But she's also like trying to pay for her groceries.
I mean, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
Yeah,
He didn't land head first. He kind of like landed on his side.
Damn it.
And he was maybe like 3. Maybe like a 3-year-old.
Yeah, it's a
he'll bounce back.
Yeah,
That's
he'll
when
be
you
fine.
pick him up, you're okay.
His
He
head's-
bounced off the floor.
His head's
Kind of
not-
give him like the 5-second really pick him up, blow on him, like.
It's like,
You know the
all right, no dents.
thing
bro,
that's
right?
like, you don't think a kid's gonna cry if you don't look at him?
Yeah.
That's
If you
true.
don't
Like,
go,
a
oh
kid's
my God,
gonna
are you okay?
a kid's
Like,
gonna
they're
wait
fine.
for you to look at him to start crying.
Yeah.
Yes.
That mom did not want to look at that kid. He was not crying. And I think she had that philosophy of, if I look at him, he's gonna lose it in the middle of the store right now.
Could you imagine?
But I also can't just leave him on the floor.
I do get it. Like you drop the kid, and the kid like falls, and you're like,
Ma'am,
Like-
ma'am, your kid, don't worry about it. He'll be okay.
It's like this, like the kids, she's paying right here, like this is the thing, he's paying it, and the kid's like right
Just
out of her
right
line
there.
of view, like the blind spot of a car, like just out of sight.
That's awesome.
And she puts the card in. You hear the kid scream. As she's reaching for the card to take it out, you hear him flat on the ground. So she has the, do I leave my card in here?
And get my kid.
And hear the thing beep. Or do I pull it out, put it in my wallet, and then pick up my child?
Oh.
What
And
did
that
she
is
choose?
exactly what she did.
Beautiful.
Well, I can't imagine a better story to end on, in my opinion.
I like that all of this comes from people who do not have children.
Damn right. You're damn.
Are we ending the episode already?
We're at an hour. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Are we really?
Yeah, you guys,
Wow.
we've been killing it this time. I'm actually really proud of
It doesn't
everybody.
seem like an hour.
Yes,
No, it
sir.
doesn't.
Yep, we're at 1 hour right now. I'm really happy with everyone. I think we did a lot of catching up. How does everyone feel? Anyone want to add anything else before you head out? Anyone?
Let's go for 2.
Let's go for 2. I'm down.
2
Let's go for
hours,
2.
long episode.
Just kidding.
I could carry.
No.
All right, good night, guys. I'm out.
Yeah, right. It's like, yeah, you guys have fun. I'll leave OBS running for
Half
you
a
guys.
bedtime. It is 7 o'clock.
Bitch, it is 8:16. It is night time. All right.
7 o'clock for me.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you guys coming out and watching us for whatever reason that you guys have. As always, go follow Captain Peaches over there on his YouTube channel and also on Instagram. You have Noah down there. He's there. We have Jesse right here. Jesse, hi Jesse, bye Jesse, and go follow me at Don't Laugh Gaming. We're doing more reaction content, so go check that out. And go follow us on Leaky Lounge on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, go love somebody.
Go play Animal Crossing and add me as a friend so we can visit each other's island so I get free stuff. Okay, bye.
Go love somebody. Go hug somebody. Deuces.